Aloha, my friends. This is Billy Wiggly coming at you live from the Ninth Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. So, are you ready to combine some text from multiple cells into one cell? Like, let's say you have a first name, or like a Mr., a first name John, and a last name Smith. So it says Mr. John Smith, and you want to combine them all together so it says Mr. John Smith in one cell. You ever wanted to do something like that? Well, that's called concatenation. And as we're moving along in our series of Excel quick tips, and we're getting ready for tomorrow's Aloha Friday 30-minute easy webinar on easing into functions, check down below me, and you're going to see inside the comment section where I have a link to take us to that exact webinar where you can get the details and sign up. You know, it's easy. You can also just go to Don't Get Mad, Get Skills right over here. Don't Get Mad, Get Skills, and then just go right in here to webinars, and right there it'll take you to some details on the webinar, and then you can easily just click on this link right here, get the details, and boom, you're ready to go ahead and register right now for tomorrow's Ease into Functions Easy webinar. So let's go right ahead and ease into the concatenate function. Let's say that you have something like this, where you have one column that has the last names, and then another column that has the first name, and then you have the title right in here, and then you want to combine all that into just one cell. You want the full name. Before we get into this, I want to go ahead and take you into some symbols. This is important for us to understand as we're building formulas in Excel, whether you're using functions or not. Remember, the greater than symbol, this is the greater than symbol right here. Then we have less than, then we have equal to, not equal to, and is blank. So anytime you want to insert anything into Excel in a formula other than numbers, it has to go inside parentheses. So quote is a blank. You want to insert a space, you got to put quote, insert a space, quote. You want to insert anything other than numbers, it's got to go inside the quotes. So let's get back on over here to what we want to do. And let's use our insert function tool. We know that the function that we want to use is called concatenate, to join together, okay? And we could always use our ribbon and go into our formulas tab and go into the text functions and go through all these functions. You can just stop at each one if you wanted to and see what the tooltip tells you that it is. This one tells us that concatenate joins several text strings into one text string, and there we see the parentheses and inside the type of arguments that it takes, and it looks like it takes text only. We could also, instead of wasting our time going through every single function to find the one we need, we can just go right ahead and use our insert function tool here, or what I like to call the formula builder. So let's go right ahead and click on the formula builder, and let's look for the function. Now notice how when I launched the insert function tool, it put in an equal sign. So it already started building my formula for me. So let me just escape out of here. I put the marquee in the cell where I want the results to go. Begin with the end in mind. Then I go ahead and I launch the formula builder, or the insert function tool. Click, and then begins the building of my formula. And in here, I just want to combine text. Search. Combine. Oops. Join text. Oh, look, right there. I search for join text, and I find the concatenate function. And it's telling us that it joins several text strings into one text string, and that the arguments are all text. You can get some help on this function by just clicking on this. We don't need to do that right now. Let's just go right ahead and click OK. And then now Excel is asking us, all right, what is it that you want to join here? Our function arguments dialog box appears. And it's asking us, what is the first argument? Well, the first one is going to be Mr. And then I'm going to the next one, which is going to be John. And then I'm going to the next one, which is going to be Smith, just like that. Now, we have to take a close look at what's happening here. You see the result? There's no spaces, right? So it looks like we're going to have to insert, we've got the Mr. right here, and then right in here, we're going to have to insert a space. So how do we do that? Let's go ahead and press OK. And here we see Mr. John Smith without spaces right there. Now that doesn't look right. So we want to fix this. We could always go right inside the formula and type in what we need. So here's where we put in, right after C2, we want a space. So we would type in well, let me ask you, how do you insert anything other than a space? Hey, AB, San Diego, right on. Hello, San Diego. Aloha from the 9th island. Nice to see you in here. Hey, Rowena, what's up? Nice to see you in here. Y'all pay attention now. We're going to insert a space between the words. So if we were to look back at our symbols, we see that this is blank. And when we want to insert a blank, we just put in quote, quote. When we want to insert a space, we put quote, space, quote. So let's go right back to our formula. So we're going to put in C2, comma, then we're going to put quote, space, quote, comma. So we just inserted a space right there. Let me press enter. And there's that space that we put in right in between Mr. and John. So let's continue on. Let's add another space right after B2. And that would be a quote, space, quote, comma, and press enter. And there you have it, just like that. Now let's do this using the formula builder. So let me just delete that. Pull up the insert function. And remember, when I say formula builder, I'm talking about the insert function tool. So we're in the insert function tool. It remembers that the last function we used was a concatenate function. So I launch it, and then the first argument is going to be Mr. C2. And then what do we want right after C2? We want a space. So watch this. All we have to do is just press the space bar. Space bar. Just like when you're typing, just press the space bar. And watch what's going on with the formula right up here as it's being built for us. The next text, you see I put in the quote, space, quote? It did it for you, the formula builder. The next one is John. Then right after John, I want a space. And then the last argument is going to be Smith, just like that. And now when we're looking at the results, we see right here and we see right here that that's what we're looking for. So let's just go right ahead and press OK. Click. Boom. There we have it. And then now one of my favorite features in Excel. Do y'all remember? It's this one right here. What's it called? Does anybody know? The autofill handle. That's right. So I'm just going to double click on the autofill handle and yeah, we're done. Just like that. Isn't that awesome? Now, there's another function that's available to you if you are using Office 365 or Excel 2019, those versions of Excel, or Excel for the web. It's called TEXTJOIN. Check it out. Excel is always evolving. Let's take a look at TEXTJOIN function right here. And it combines the text from multiple ranges or strings. And you see that it's telling us where it's available. And I don't have Excel 365 on this computer right now or Excel 2019, but I do have, and you do too, and all of us have Excel for web. Just like you have Google Sheets, Google Drive, well, there's OneDrive, which is Microsoft. So Excel for web. Let's try out the TEXTJOIN. And this is the TEXTJOIN function. And right in here right now, I am inside of Excel for the web. So notice, whoops, right in here, I've got the TEXTJOIN function right in there. And I can change the cells that are being referenced. Put Billy, Deb, Wiggly, just like that. TEXTJOIN. Remember that this function is only available in 365 or Excel for Web or Excel 2019. So let's go ahead and use the TEXTJOIN function. So for the TEXTJOIN function, I'm going to go right ahead and we're going to take all of this text inside all those cells and we're going to TEXTJOIN it right into one cell. So I'll just say equals TEXTJOIN, whoops, equals TEXTJOIN, and it's got multiple arguments. It's got the delimiter where we got to tell it what is it that's separating all of the text, and we have to tell it whether it's true or false to ignore any empty cells, and then we just go right ahead and select the range that we want to join. So the delimiter is going to be space. Comma, ignore the empty cells, true, comma, and then what we want to join is all these right here. And then we press enter, and there you have it. Success, just like that. Boom. TEXTJOIN function. So go right ahead and try out Excel for the web if you don't already have Office 365. And my friends, remember, go check out Don't Get Mad, Get Skills. I've got a whole bunch of courses on here that I am getting ready to launch, specifically this one right here, Excel Shortcuts, Tips, and Tricks. I'm getting that course ready for everybody, and I'm going to make that course free for you because I believe it's really important that you know shortcuts, tips, and tricks. So remember, my friends, keep on learning. Check out all the videos that are going to come up around here on the replay if you're watching the replay. And most of all, remember, I love you, and don't get mad. Get skills. Aloha.